This is Gen X reaching out to you millennials. I don't know how you're doing it, and I can tell you, our economy's shot. But it's not just the United States. It's in the UK. It's in Canada. I actually watched somebody not too long ago from Canada. They want to know how things were in the US. Well, it's not any better. Look, groceries are up anywhere from 30% to 47% in the last 3 years. Now, when you look at just groceries and the cost of food, because people are stealing food now. And, as a chief of police, I can tell you that, I'm starting to understand. I don't know how people afford an apartment anymore with the way that the costs of those are rising. If you ask me, there are a lot of people on the top that are against the majority. And something's going to happen. Something's going to blow, because it's not just food. If you want to know why you're struggling, I can tell you why. Because everything is going up at that percentage, right? So take your paycheck. Like I make, equivalent about $57,000 a year. So 3 years ago, that $57,000 has got to stretch out 40% more on multiple levels, okay? And every time you turn around, these big corporations are wanting to raise prices more and more and more and more. And this is a battle that's going to end in a very bad way. The homeless numbers are rising. Millennials have given up the hope of ever buying a home. And I was stupid enough to try to own a restaurant. Don't do that. I figured out real quick why my family wanted to sell it so bad. I found their invoices. I was paying $180 for a case of cheese that they were spending $74 for in February of 2020. And if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will. I was on the phone today with my girlfriend, explaining to her that stopping at Sheetz anymore on the way to work is a really bad idea. Okay? A bottle of Coke Zero, a salad with dang near nothing on it, 2 hard-boiled eggs, $20. Add that up over a course of 5 days. Yeah. Your cost of fuel alone, and my guess is for a lot of you, I when I'm working here, I drive about an hour, all right? I'm guessing most of you are putting 25% of your overall paycheck just to get to work for the fuel, okay? Americans are losing hope in their leadership, and I don't blame them. I'm going to tell you, from a Gen X to millennials, stop being a Democrat, stop being a Republican, stop trusting any of these parties, and start realizing that this game is pitted against you. I'm feeling it. I'm 52 years old, and I'm feeling it. I'm down to the point where I'm asking myself, should I work myself to death and never see my children? Or am I just going to kind of slug it away so I can have a few days here and there to actually have some quality time with my kids before they grow up and go out in this world and deal with the same situation I'm dealing with? Something's got to break. So for you millennials that think that none of us Gen X understand, by God we do. I've worked hard my whole life. My whole life I've worked hard. And I'm going to tell you, I have questions of whether or not I'll ever retire, whether or not they'll just find me dead somewhere at work. Because every time you turn around, somebody's trying to shake your pockets out. Even the mother of my kids, she's in a panic. She's always asking me for more money, beyond what I send. But you know what? I don't blame her. I know what the cost of groceries are, all right? I made 2 kids. We get along pretty decent, but it's frustrating, even when she gets a hold of me and says, hey, can you help me out with the cost of this sporting event? And I'm like, holy hell. I fed my kids baked spaghetti. That used to be a cheap meal. A spaghetti casserole, it's pasta, right? A pound of ground beef, some cheese, and some miscellaneous garbage in there. $40. Almost $40 to make it all. Bought all the ingredients, $40 for baked pasta. Okay? Food costs are out of control. gas costs are out of control. The housing market is out of control. This entire country is structured to not only destroy the poor, but destroy the middle class. It's going to come down to the point where the very top percentage earners are going to be the only ones going to be able to afford to actually live a life and go on vacation. You want to know why people pay attention to these, what do they call it there on TikTok and I'm trying to think what the heck they call them. Anyway, they inspire people with their TikTok videos and make a ton of money doing it. All right? Let me put it that way. I'm 53 years old. 52, almost 53. People are burying themselves in social media because they're trying to escape reality. I understand why you millennials do it. Well, let's turn on my cell phone and see what an imaginary life is like. Meanwhile, you're all struggling to pay your rent. I feel bad for those that are really trying to make it, go to school, get good grades, go to college, and come out, and I don't know how you're doing it. I don't. If you're not born in money, you're struggling right now. And you're not alone. There's a bunch of us Gen Xers that are too. Dead serious. I'm lucky enough to own a home. And how I saved my house after owning that restaurant, I have no idea. It dang near destroyed me. The American dream is gone. It's 100% gone. Influencers. Social media influencers. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not a real life. It's not true. And they're making a ton of money off of everybody trying to get out of their misery every day. After they get done working and slaving away to come home and put their entire paycheck into just your necessities, and you can't even save up for a friggin' retirement. Boy, do I understand what you're going through. I do. You are not alone. You are not alone. When they have to put theft devices on meat in a grocery store, shit's bad, okay? Things are bad. So, from a Gen Xer to you, I feel you. I feel your pain. And let me tell you, things better change because it's not getting any better. It's just not. If I was doing it right, I'd be working 3 jobs, never seeing my kids, and writing them handwritten letters. Hope you're doing well. Dad's got to go to work again. Believe it or not, if you look at the numbers, things are worse now than they were in the Depression. Just the media isn't telling you that. When you look cost for cost, pound for pound, the average income and the cost of living, right now we are living worse than the Depression. And that's why everybody feels like they're broke. There's Old Man Carrot. Love you all. Peace out.